Good morning, everyone. Welcome into your APM course. Hello all, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, everyone can hear me, please? Hello,
Yes,
hello.
we can hear you.
Okay, all right. So thanks all for joining my course and choosing it. So let's start with, because I think enough 7, 8 minutes we have been waiting for other students to join. So it is enough time to wait. So let's start now. I would like to start the session with my introduction. You might have heard about me. My name is Matlub Ilahi, and I have been teaching this course for last 12 years, more than 12 years. My specialization is in SBL and Advanced Performance Management. This subject is my craze, my passion, my enthusiasm, and I want to live my whole life with this subject. Okay? All the energy, all the passion that I have for this subject, you will keep feeling throughout our this journey. All right. So beside my experience, you might have heard I have been teaching in Mauritius for last 7, 8 years. Okay, but now I have moved to abroad, and for my further studies, I am pursuing for my doctorate, my PhD, starting from the next year in advanced performance management, but it is in the modern finance, but it is advanced form of the advanced performance management. So guys, my qualifications are, I am now FCMA, fellow member of the Chartered Management Accountancy. Then I have done my CMA USA. I did my master's in economics, and then I did my MPhil in finance. Beside all this, I have done a lot of other short courses in the writing, because writing is my also passion. I write, and creative writing. Okay, write blogs and these kind of stuff for different websites, and I write on finance and business. So this is a little bit introduction of mine. I'm very passionate, very enthusiastic to take you on this success journey. This subject is one of the most beautiful subject in all professional accounting bodies. You might have not have heard about this subject, but you might have heard the different stories about this subject. I know all those stories. Okay, so now it is your turn to introduce yourself, what you think of this subject. So start, please. Don't feel hesitant. This is your class. This is your class. This is your class. So you will speak now and I will listen. What you think of this subject. So let's start with the, anyone can start? We can start with the Benishta. Hello, Benishta. Hello? Guys, feel free, please. Keep aside all the hesitation. This is your class. Ranbir would start. Hello, Ranbir. Your
Hi,
name
sir. How
is
are you?
your name is so charming, like Ranbir Kapoor.
Thanks, sir. How are you?
Me fine, thank you.
Yeah.
So, starting with you,
Yes.
how you think of this subject?
Well, I think as an aspiring accountant that P5 and P4 would top up to be a fully fledged accountant rather than taxation and P7. So that's why I opted for both of these options. And maybe I'm also considering to do management accountancy in the future, because I consider to give like consultancy for enterprises, so that could be helping me a lot. So that's the first glance I would like to have by choosing P5.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that you have interest in management accountancy future, and I can tell you that a bright future is waiting for you, because management accounting profession is becoming very, very interesting. Later,
Correct.
later I will discuss few ideas. But anyway, whenever you need any kind of advice about the future of management accountancy, always open myself.
All right.
Anytime you
Thank
can
you.
contact, and I will be taking it as a pleasure and honor to advise you and tell you the stories of the future management accountants.
Thank you,
All
sir. Really
right.
appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, and yes, Rajshri, would you like to share your thoughts about this subject and how you think of this?
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello.
Uh, Actually, I don't really know about this subject, but I think seeing this dynamic changing business environment, APM will help me as an accountant to deal with any type of issues in the future.
Exactly. Very good point you have raised. In times of uncertainty and constant change, in
Yes,
times of uncertainty and constant change, the importance of performance management has increased. Okay, when
yes,
when we are moving more and more towards technology and data analytics and internet of things and information systems and data gathering, data mining. So the importance of management accounting and importance of this subject is increasing. Good.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Next one. Who would like to share thoughts, please? Hello, Shane Murray. Anyone can
Hello.
please.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we would like to hear your thoughts about this subject.
Yes, I first of all, thank you for the work. I'm almost sure it will be a good work. To work with you again. I don't know if you remember me, but we had some classes some years back. Performance management for me, it's not. I will be very short. All business need to be profitable, and to be profitable we need to manage our performance. That's all I have to say about this subject, and I know you will teach us how to proceed with all this stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. Performance management is is entering into new era without any doubt. Okay, anyone else would like to share, please? Guys, your thoughts. Hello, Kelly. Would you like to share your thoughts about this subject, please? Hello. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
so next one, anyone please, Shahana or some other student can share your thoughts about this subject. What do you think of this?
Hello.
Yes, please. Carry on.
I think the subject is very bulky. There's a lot of theory and it's quite similar to SBL.
Okay. That's all. What you have heard about this subject?
I didn't know much about it.
Okay. So should I clear your few doubts? This subject is not bulky at all. SBL is bulky, that is true, but this subject is not bulky. And second thing is that this subject is technical, not bulky. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and that is also true that this has a lot of resemblance with the SBL. That is true. Okay, all right. And yes, Yashika, please, would you like to share your thoughts? Hello, Yashika.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please. What you think of this subject?
It is very technical, and I have already sat for the exams once, and I find it a bit difficult.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And hello, Shahana. Would you like to share your thoughts about this subject?
Hello, sir. Actually, I have a question. If I
Yes.
have not yet followed the SBL class, will this affect my performance on the APM exams? I have
No
followed
problem.
SBL, AFM, but not yet SBL.
No
Just
problem.
only
No problem.
SBL.
Even after studying this subject, you will have support to the SBL. Both subjects does not depend on each other. Okay, you can opt for any subject. There is no problem at all. You understand, please? Hello?
I'm sorry?
Hello, Shahana.
Yeah.
SBL, APM, although interrelate with each other, but these subjects don't depend on each other. Okay?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can choose. You can choose to study any of the subject, any like APM or SBL. There is no condition. There is no limit on this. However, both subjects support each other. This is true.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, any student left? Yes, Nashrina, please. Would you like to share your thoughts? Hello, Nashrina.
Hello.
Hello, hello, good morning.
Morning. Actually, I already sat for the exams of the APM ones. The
Okay.
subject is very interesting, according to me, but I didn't get enough time to prepare for it because I was doing advanced editing at the same time. So because of work and busy schedule, I didn't really get time to prepare it, but I found it very interesting. That's why I wanted to do the course and to learn the subject more in details and better prepare myself for the exam.
Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. Hello, Vinay. How are you? Good morning.
How are you? I'm good,
We're
thank
fine.
you.
So, what do you think of this subject?
Well, Matlub, I would say that the subject is very interesting indeed, but it's quite tough because I've sat for this paper quite a few times and I'm struggling to get through it. So that's why I need your help to get me out of this unwanted situation. Actually, I have been to your crash courses a few times, and but it I don't know. I'm missing out for like 2-3 marks every time, and I don't know. Maybe you can be of help. Hopefully.
Sure. We definitely we will sort out the problem. Definitely. Okay. And with this online, you will have a lot of opportunities, such as there will be assignments for you. You will solve those questions, and I will mark those. Okay. And there will be the direct communication on WhatsApp. Okay. We will keep keep the ball rolling. We keep the preparation rolling from the very day first. Understand? And
Yes.
and a lot of other opportunities and benefits are also coming in your way. So please, you all feel free to contact, feel free to share your thoughts about this subject or about the preparation or anything, because the goal is to help you all to pass this exam in this like coming session, mean November, December. Okay, so this is the clear goal. Okay, Vinay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. All right, so thank you very much, guys, for your brief introduction. Here is the agenda for today class. First of all, we're going to discuss aim and use in the corporate world of this subject. Then relationship between APM, SBL, and PM. Then basic concepts from performance management. Then main capabilities and rationale of this subject. Then understanding of the syllabus, approach and structure of exam, and studying advanced performance management. Okay, we will discuss the basics or the fundamental concepts of advanced performance management. All right, so this is our agenda for today. Let's begin. First of all, here is the aim and use of this subject in the corporate world. To apply relevant knowledge, skills, and exercise professional judgment in selecting and applying strategic management, accounting techniques in different business contexts, and to contribute to the evaluation of performance of an organization and its strategic and operational development. Aim is quite broad. Aim is quite broad. If we look at the current modern times organization, just today, for example, we are going through the pandemic times, right? Pandemic times. Just imagine in the last 3-4 months, how the COVID-19 has totally transformed the world. Totally transformed the world. Then tell me the name of any industry or any business or any economy or any market or any business model that is not facing the heat of this pandemic, except few. Yeah, there are certain business models that have got opportunity to thrive, during these last few months. Okay, but other than those few business models, just imagine which industry is not struggling. Take in Mauritius, for example. The tourism industry is the backbone, the key industry in Mauritius. Understand? And imagine the resorts. Right now, resorts. What is kind of situation over there? Okay, struggling situation. This is just example of one industry. Now, think of the post-pandemic era. Post-pandemic, I am beyond pandemic, for example. How the economy and business world will look like. Imagine how the economy and business world will look like. What will be the nature of competition? What will be the nature of markets? What will be the new standards of health, safety, sanitation? What will be the personal hygiene? Where will be the global climate change? Understand? And the global warming and the government policies, economic policies, monetary policies, fiscal policies, market dynamics. Everything is going to change. Everything is going to change. Okay? So I'm not going in much detail because I have to discuss other areas as well, but let me link with the performance management. All these changes that are happening, let me link with performance management. So study performance management has become more interesting because this subject teaches us, tells us, guides us how to react, how to develop knowledge, how to get information, how to identify the right information for decision making, how to control, how to keep an eye over internal and external factors. Understand? So all these areas are covered by this subject. It means, in other words, this subject is going to enter into a new era of development. Okay, this subject, and let me tell you, the job of the management accountant is going to be transformed further. If we look at the traditional job of management accountant, that was very basic, that was very simple. The management accountants traditionally were required just to provide data to the management or make commentary over that, financial data. This was the traditional job of a management accountant, to provide financial data to the management or the board of directors and offer commentary, explanation of that data. But now, the role of the management accountant is much beyond that data. Why? Because that data is now in the excess of boards, in the form of executive information systems. What word I'm using? It's a part of your syllabus as well. Executive information systems. So executive information systems, these are the dashboard, just like the dashboard of our cars. These update all the time to the board what is going on within the organization with the help of graphs, table, charts. So where is the role of management accountant here? Okay, because the data is automatically put in and automatically gathered and collected by the information systems. So where is the role of the management accountant? Now the role of the management accountant has transformed. How? Transformed. Now the management accountants are required to have knowledge of marketing as well. Now the management accountants are required to have knowledge of HR as well. Now the management accountants are required to have knowledge of production planning and technology as well. Now the management accountants are required to have knowledge of database and information systems as well. Now the management accountants are required to have knowledge of competitors' policies as well. Now the management accountants are required to help the organization to get out of the uncertain times, to develop right strategies for the future. So just think of how the job of a management accountant is reshaping in modern era. Okay, very interesting, very exciting days are coming for management accountants. All right, and all this subject is about management accounting because you will be learning the advanced models and theories that support a management accountant. Okay, please move on. Here is the relational diagram linking APM with other ACCA exams. So you can look here that this paper, its roots goes back into the management accounting and performance management. Okay, so the knowledge that you have learned at performance management and management accounting levels will definitely helping you at this subject. But if you have not studied PM or MA, or if you have forgotten those theories or concepts, no need to worry about that because you will have opportunity to refresh all those ideas. Okay, and then the subject has a direct link with the SVL. Okay, both SVL and APM are quite interlinked with each other. Several ideas, several concepts, logics are shared between both papers. Okay, all right, so this is the relational diagram linking APM with other ACCA exams. All right, so please move on. Now we are entering into the main capabilities. Main capabilities. On successful completion of this exam, candidates should be able to. So I have annotated many slides just for your assistance. Okay. So what capabilities are there of this subject? Use strategic planning and control models. First one is use strategic planning and control models to plan and monitor organizational performance. Okay, so the first area you will be studying about this, planning and control models for monitoring organizational performance. Next, assess the impact of risk and uncertainty on organizational performance. This is the second area of the syllabus, where you will be learning of how to assess the risk and uncertainty, and that would affect the performance of the organization. Next, identify and evaluate the design features of effective performance management information and monitoring systems. Here, you will be learning about the various information systems that would help an organizational performance management and measurement. Next, apply appropriate strategic performance measurement techniques in evaluating, improving organizational performance of the organization. And the last one, advise clients and senior management on strategic business performance evaluation and on recognizing vulnerability to corporate failure. So in the last area, you will be learning about the performance evaluation as well as corporate failure topics. Corporate failure is means you will learn here different models to identify which organization is near to failure or which organization is showing symptoms of failure. Okay, so interesting topics. Please move on. Here is the syllabus, all 5 sections of the syllabus. Section A, this is strategic planning and control. Section B, impact of risk and uncertainty on organizational performance. Section C, performance measurement system and design. Section D, strategic performance measurement. 5 sections that comprise the syllabus of the APM subject. All right, move on. Okay, so here is the section A. Section A. Section A, strategic planning and control. Strategic planning and control. So let's have a look at which topics you are going to learn and cover in section A. First of all, you will be learning about strategic management accounting. Yes, you will be learning in detail about the strategic management accounting, its role in performance measurement and management, how it would help the organizational management to plan and control. So all this you will learn here. Next, impact of external factors on performance management. So if you look at the annotation, the topic is impact of external factors on performance management. Think of current times. Think of current times in pandemic times right now. How many businesses are struggling? How many businesses are going into bankruptcy? How many businesses are shutting down? How many businesses are shrinking? How many divisions of big organizations are going to close? How many traditional business models are going to wipe out from the corporate scenario? Look at the big brands such as Zara, for example. You might have heard that hundreds of stores Zara is going to close. One of the world's largest, guys, Zara is world largest garments brand in terms of sale revenue, in terms of number of stores, in terms of sales. Okay, Zara is world largest, Zara Group. It is going to close, if I'm not mistaken, 1,200 stores worldwide. Okay. What factors? Now we need to ask question in the context of APM. What factors drove Zara to this situation to close its 1,200 stores? Okay. Hundreds of companies in UK, Europe, Americas, Australia, and other parts of the world are going to close or closing down. So why? What factors have caused? Lockdowns, pandemic, understand? And this all was totally out of control. This was out of control. By the way, control is a very important part of APM. So please make it clear. There are certain things you can control. What you can control? You can control your operations. You can control your operations. For example, if there's a problem in your quality of products, you can control. If there's a problem in the production machinery, you can control. If there's a problem in the other areas of the business that is within the operation, you can control. But you cannot control external factors. If the political shift is underway, you can't stop. If the economy is going into recession, you can't control. But however, what you can do? I am throwing this question towards you. If the economic recession is coming, what you can do? Please share your thoughts. If the economy is shrinking, economic activity is slowing down, what you can do? And by the way, what kind of business models would change the business model? That's great, Penishta, thank you. I hope I am pronouncing your name right. Penishta, right? If a little bit of mistake, please don't mind. Okay, thank you. Exactly, Penishta, you have rightly said, change the business model. So what kind of business model would be required in this world of uncertainty? You are APM students, APM. You are not student of PM, where I can avoid these kind of topics. Okay, you are at the highest level of performance learning, performance management learning. Okay, Benita suggested that online. But further, is there anyone can share your thoughts that what kind of business models are needed in current times? What kind of business models? How an organization can respond to external changes? Anyone, please? Okay, the answer is very simple. Not simple, but simple. Flexible and agile. Flexible and agile business models. You understand the point, guys? Hello, my dear. You understand the point? Which kind of business models would work in this uncertain times? Agile. A-G-I-L-E. Agile business models. Okay? Agile business model. The character, the feature of an agile business model is to adjust according to changing circumstances. An agile business model is the one that has the capacity to change according to the changing business model, changing circumstances. What circumstances are changing? There is shift in competition. You know about that? Hello. Porter 5 forces model, they need to be revised now. Porter 5 forces model that you have studied before at your previous exams need to be revised. There were 5 forces, but do you think that there are new forces have been added to the competition? You understand about this? There are forces of disruption. There are forces of disruption. Have you heard disruption word, my dear? Have you heard disruption word? Very good. Thank you. There is disruption everywhere. There's disruption everywhere. Who are the disruptors? Who are the disruptors? They are challenging the traditional business models of 100 years of history. One example, Tesla. I hope. Is there anyone has bought Tesla in Mauritius, by the way? Have you seen anyone Tesla in Mauritius? Vinay says yes. Oh wow. Vinay, someone has bought Tesla in Mauritius. Very good. When I was there, very rare. Even BMW electric cars are just few in Mauritius. No, Shrina, have you seen the BMW EE electric in Mauritius? Even these are few over there. But in Mauritius, the winds are changing, the trends are changing. Okay, come back to the point. How Tesla disrupted the existing business models. It introduced, it is not very old company or brand. 2008, it just launched after 1 year of Apple. Understand? And it disrupted everywhere. And now the future is electric cars. Future is electric cars. In the many cities and countries in the world, they have already announced to be completely electric till 2025 or 2030 or 2035 or till end 2040. What factors are shaping? I am working in energy sector, guys. I am working in energy sector on the renewable energy, okay? So I can see what changes are underway in energy sector, in power production, how the traditional fossil fuel and coal-based power plants are being switched to the more sustainable and renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, biomass, and the other new ways of producing energy. Understand? All these are big shifts. All these are big shifts, my dear. Okay, let's come back to the syllabus point. So impact of external factors on performance management. Just imagine the world's biggest oil companies, such as BP, British Petroleum. Their main business is oil exploration and oil marketing, but they are going into the renewable energy production. Understand the point? Okay. Now in the UK, for example, the biggest charging station company has been acquired by BP. Biggest electric charging station company in UK has been acquired by BP. So imagine, how are they diversifying their risk? risks are changing. Risk landscape is changing. Risks are increasing for those who are still using their old business models. Okay, performance management is entering into an interesting era. Move on. Performance hierarchy. Performance hierarchy. Here you will be learning about how performance targets should flow from top to the bottom of the organization. So it starts from mission of the organization. Performance hierarchy starts with the mission of the organization. So mission, vision, then strategic objectives, then strategies, then critical success factors, and then KPIs. Okay, this is called performance hierarchy. You will learn all hopefully today. Next, performance management and control of the organization. Performance management and control of the organization. I already shared with you that there are two types of controls at APM you need to learn. Two types of controls. Number one are strategic controls, and number two are operational controls. What are strategic controls? Strategic controls is about the future, is about the business model, is about the strategy, is about the markets, is about the industry, is about the economy. It's about corporate mission, it's about corporate goals, corporate objectives. So if you determine that your company is lagging behind, if your company is not going to hit its corporate targets, need to worry about that. Take right measures, okay, to ensure that your company achieve its corporate objectives. Understand? So this is about strategic controls. Number two are called operational controls. Operational controls are more like short-term controls. For example, quality issues, for example, HR issues, for example, training issues, for example, material issues, production issues, planning issues. All these are related to operational controls. Next, changes in business structure and management accounting. Here you will be learning that how business structure need to be changed in order to align with the mission and corporate objectives. Or in other words, here you will be learning about how business structure changes would impact performance of the organization. So here, the major model you will be learning about business process re-engineering. Business process re-engineering. Business process re-engineering you will be learning here. That's how the modern times need the new structures. New structures, the old structure has no place in modern times. I was talking about agile and flexible business models. So this is the point here. This is the changes in business structure is about changing into a flexible and agile organization. Next, other environmental and ethical issues. Yes, ethics are also an important part of performance management. By the way, ethics is a very important part of our daily life. But when it comes to performance management or measurement, ethics also comes in way. Okay, sometimes managers behave unethically. They make decisions that they'll choose better for themselves. Okay, yes. Okay, that would be better for themselves. Yes, Shana, you have a question? Hello, Shana.
No.
Okay, all right, thank you. So changes in business structure is about the, we were talking about the ethics. So sometimes managers may make decisions that would be suitable to their personal goals, but that may not suit for the organization. So this is an ethical practice. So you will be learning about this. And then guys, you will be learning about environmental management accounting, a new era in the, not very new, but not very far, recent. Okay, environmental management accounting. So in other words, we accountants have some solutions for environment as well. We accountants have some solution for the climate as well, climate change. The temperatures are rising, the weather patterns are changing, Understand? So how these are affecting the these are affecting the organizations as well. Okay, climate change is also affecting the organizations as well. So how a business model can be transformed, how a business model can be adjusted to the climate friendly and green products. Okay, so we have two techniques that we will learn here. One is the environmental activity based costing, and the second technique is the life cycle costing. Very interesting techniques you will be learning in the context of environmental management accounting. So you will learn that we accountants are also accountable for the decisions that are made, either considering the environmental factors or not, into the decision making. Understand? This is our job as well. This is our responsibility as well. Okay, so guys, this is all about the section A. All right, please move section B. By the way, if you look at the annotation, you can see I have annotated, such as here I have mentioned budgeting, performance management and control of the organization. The budgeting, you will be learning about different budgeting techniques, such as incremental budgeting or rolling budgeting or zero-based budgeting or fixed budgeting or flexible budgeting, and what is the best suitable for the organization. You will be finding this one here. Okay, all right. Next, section B. Section B, impact of risk and uncertainty on organizational performance. So here, the major area you will be learning is about impact of risk and uncertainty and its impact on performance of the organization. Same point I can raise. The pandemic and the uncertainty. The world is shifting, slowing down. The world economy is slowing down. Okay, and there are a lot of risk profiles or risk are you can expect. There are a lot of threats in the future for the business and economy in terms of like changing landscape. Okay, so what you will be learning here, how to measure risk and expected value. You will be learning about expected value. You will be learning about the maximax, min-max, max-min. Okay, these are the different techniques. These are the different techniques for the measuring risk and uncertainty of the organization. Then I will link with the PESTEL model. So PESTEL model, PESTEL model is about the political, economic, social, technological, ecological, and legal factors. So how those factors, when shift, they would become a risk. They would become risk for the organization. Okay, so we can link those risks with the PESTEL factors, and then I will teach you that how to monitor risk factors, how to keep an eye over the risk factors. Okay, with the help of KPIs, key performance indicators. Understand? Please move on. Next section. Here is section C. Section C, performance measurement systems and design. Performance measurement systems and design. So first of all, look at which topics you will be going to cover in this section C. Performance management information system. First of all, you will learn about performance management information system. Okay, different types of information system, such as the executive information system or the ERPS, okay, enterprise resource planning softwares. You will be learning all about that here. Performance management information systems. Next, sources of management information. You will be learning here that what are the sources or what would be the sources of management information, such as internal sources or external sources, and how to collect information from those sources. Next, you will be, okay, here we can link with the annotations. For example, the first one, performance management information system, the first one, for performance management information system. So here you will be learning about ERPS, Executive Information System, and MIS, Management Information System. So if I link it further, now these topics can be linked with the other parts of the syllabus, such as the quality. The quality is a very important part of APM, quality management. So ERPS can provide latest current data on quality of the products, or quality issue, or quality reporting. Quality reporting, you can have the updated information about the quality reporting if you have the ERPS, such as SAP SAP or Oracle or Microsoft Dynamics, or these type of softwares. If you have these softwares, will provide you the latest updated data. Okay, and if you have the critical success factors, and KPIs designed for the quality, you will have the latest figures all the time. Okay, sources of management information, such as internal, external. So you will be learning about what are those sources. Recording and processing methods. Okay, here you will be learning about performance reporting, that how to report to the board, how to report to the management, what information to provide to them, okay, and where to capture that data, So all this you will learn here. Next is data analytics. Guys, the recent in addition to the syllabus are cloud computing, Internet of Things, okay? So these are very exciting topics have been added to the syllabus to make it more updated with the latest industry developments. Okay, so in data analytics, the new topics such as the cloud computing and the other new topics have been added. Okay, you will be learning all about these. Okay, next one, management reports. Here you will be learning about the integrated reporting. Very important part of APM. And by the way, you might have studied integrated reporting in other subjects as well, such as SBR or in the audit. Okay, so integrated reporting is the future of reporting. Understand? Integrated reporting is the future of reporting. It is here and it is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Okay, this is the future of reporting. What is integrated report? Guys, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir, we can.
And my speed, I am a bit excited. Is my speed okay or fast?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Should a little bit slow down speed?
It's all right till now.
It's all right.
Okay, please, if you find the speed is a bit fast, just ask me, please. Okay. So we are talking about integrated reporting. Guys, now this is time to throw a question towards you. What do you know about integrated report? Anyone can answer, please. What is integrated report? Hello? Have you heard about this integrated reporting? My dear, I am asking you this question. Have you heard about integrated reporting? Okay, all right, good. What is difference between the traditional reporting and integrated reporting? What is difference? There's a very simple difference or big difference. Big difference. Financial reporting is traditional reporting that only report the financial data or financial figures only, like profit. But unlike financial, integrated report reports on 6 capitals in terms of performance. An integrated report reports on 6 capitals performance of the organization. What are those 6 capitals? It reports performance of an organization in terms of financial. Number 2, it reports performance of an organization in terms of manufacturing capital. First was financial capital. Number 2, manufacturing capital. Number 3, it reports performance and achievements of the organization in its intangible or intellectual capital. Intellectual capital. Number 4, it reports the achievement of the organization on social capital. Social capital. Number 5, it reports performance of the organization on what? Hello? Human capital. Okay, human capital. And number 6, it reports performance of the organization and its achievements and accomplishments in terms of natural capital. These are the 6 capitals that are required to be reported in the integrated report. Understand? In Mauritius, have you seen the integrated report of any company? Hello, my dear. Have you seen the report, integrated report of any company in Mauritius? Okay, so Ranbir, I can give you 2 references. The best reports in Mauritius, integrated report, MCB. You can download the MCB integrated report. I would suggest to you, I would advise you. Or else Lux Resorts, you can download the Lux Resorts report. Or Rogers Capital, you can download their report. Okay? Or IBLGM, huh?
I'm saying thanks.
Yeah, GML, pleasure. GML or IBL, their integrated reports are also very comprehensive, very comprehensive. You can download their report for your knowledge, because this is the reporting. This is the reporting of future. And by the way, I can update you that soon, when I was there 2 years back in a seminar, the Stock Exchange of Mauritius was planning to make it compulsory integrated reporting, but still they have not made it compulsory. This is just the optional, okay, not compulsory till now, but soon it is going to be compulsory. Understand? Because now the Mauritius has got the developed country status. Are you understanding the point? So the requirements of the developed country, like in reporting of the companies, will also change. You got the point or not? My dear, hello. You got the point? That the reporting requirements for the companies will also change for a developed country. All right, thank you. Okay, so this was about our section C discussion. Section C. Move on, please. Section D. Section D. What you will learn here? Strategic performance measurement. Strategic performance measurement. So first of all, strategic performance measurement in the private sector. So here you will be learning about financial performance measures. What are financial performance measures? Such as revenue growth, such as profitability, such as profit margin, GP margin, okay, etc., etc. Dividend cover, dividend yield, EPS, all these kind of ratios you will be learning here. Next is the one of the trickiest topic of APM. Divisional performance and transfer pricing. So here you will be learning the 2 of the trickiest topics of APM. These are economic value added and transfer pricing. I have seen many students struggle in these 2 areas, but my students don't. Okay, because I have designed my notes, my lecture style in such a way that this will not bother you. Okay, both topics, economic value added and transfer pricing, will make easy. Next, strategic performance measures in not-for-profit organizations. Strategic performance measures. So what are not-for-profit organizations? Not-for-profit organizations are those organizations with not a profit motive. Not a profit motive. Their motive, profit is not their motive to sustain and survive. Such as, for example, the charities, charity hospitals, charity schools, or in public sector organizations such as universities, for example, the University of Mauritius, or the police force. Understand? All these are not-for-profit organizations. How to measure performance? This is the next question. How to measure performance in not-for-profit organizations? So here is the criteria. This is called VFM. VFM criteria. You will learn about this. VFM, also called 3 E's criteria. This is used for not-for-profit organizations. Okay, next is non-financial performance indicators. So guys, in the context of integrated report, there are 6 capitals that are reported. 6 capitals that are reported. Out of 6 capitals, there's only 1 financial, and rest of the 5 capitals are non-financial. So this means the management accountant role is to collect non-financial information, non-financial performance indicators. This is the role of a management accountant or performance management. So non-financial performance indicators such as, for example, customer satisfaction, customer happiness, brand loyalty, goodwill, quality, staff motivation, staff satisfaction, etc., etc. These are not financial performance indicators. Move on. Role of quality in management of information and performance measurement system. So what will you be learning here? You will be learning here about TQM, total quality management. You will be learning about just in time. You will be learning about Kaizen costing. You will be learning about target costing. You will be learning about Six Sigma. So these are all techniques part of quality. Don't think bulky, think it interesting, not bulky. Okay, next one. Next is performance measurement and strategic human resource management issue. Yes, my dear, when it comes to performance management, our discussion would not be completed if we skip or miss the human management issue or human resource management issue. Why? Because at top level of the organization, we can set targets. But who will achieve those targets? They are people. They are human. So what do we need to do in order to ensure our performance targets are achieved? So the most important thing is that align personal targets of staff with organizational targets. What I'm saying? Connect, link, correlate, or align. I'm using the word align. Align the targets or the objectives of staff with corporate objectives. This will make them own their efforts. They will make more efforts. Why? Because they believe that if organizations thrive, they will also. If organizations grow, they will also. And the last one, other behavioral aspects of performance management measurement, such as rewards, such as motivation, how to link rewards. I already discussed with you how to link rewards with the performance of the organization, what should be within control, what would be not out of control, So what motivates them? All these factors will be discussed here. Any question, my dear? Any question? No question, no problem. Move on, next one. Here is the last section, section E, performance evaluation and corporate failure. So what you will be learning here? You will be learning here alternative views of performance measurement and management. Alternative views. So what are the alternative views? These are the models of performance. These are the models. So what are the models that you will be learning here? Such as balanced scorecard. You will be learning here about balanced scorecard. You will be learning here about building block model. You will be learning here the performance pyramid. Performance pyramid. You will be learning here about ABM. You will be learning here about VBM. ABM mean activity-based management. VBM mean value-based management. So you will be learning here the alternative models of performance management and measurement. Next is static performance issues in complex organizations. What are complex organizations? If I ask you, what is a complex organization? A simple example of a complex organization are the virtual organization. Simple example of a complex organization is a virtual organization. In virtual organization, I would say Uber, for example, Uber. Or BNB. Guys, have you heard about BNB? Hello, have you heard about BNB? Thank you, very good. Have you ever got opportunity to stay at a BNB? If you have traveled abroad, have you ever got opportunity to stay at a BNB? It is the cheapest source of, cheapest way of staying. Okay, stay. I have been staying at several BNBs when I travel different countries. So the point is, what is business model of BNB? What is business model of BNB? Ranbir or Vinay, would you like to discuss, please? Business model of BNB. Anyone, please, can share your thoughts about the BNB business model. Yes, guys. Okay, we can learn it, no problem. So BNB basically, it connects, it is a platform. What it is? It is a platform that connects the landlords with the tenants. Okay, those who want to stay for a few nights, okay, and want to, sorry, I can make it simple for you. Basically, it connects two parties. Those who are landlords. Landlords mean they have rooms or they have space to rent. They have extra space at their place to rent. Okay, so they put their rooms or their homes or their place or their space on BNB platform by establishing an account. Okay, On the other side, a person, for example, me, I'm looking for a cheap, a low cost, a budget residence. For example, I have visited France or UK, and I'm in Paris or London, and looking for like budget place to spend a few nights. So I can look for those places. I can look for those places. So B&B will match my need with the service or place provider. Understand? In this way, it is matching. Now the question, the biggest question is, first of all, that you might have heard that B&B is a disrupting model. This is a disruptive business model. Do you know which industry is biggest or heavily affected by B&B? Which industry is heavily affected by B&B? Hotel industry. Yes, most probably. Exactly. Hotel industry. Yes, Nasrina. Yes, Winnie. Hotel industry. But come to the point, back to the point where we left. That B&B is a complex organization. Why complex? Because B&B platform management or the B&B company has to deal with thousands and thousands and thousands of property owners and millions of resident seekers or tenants, short-term tenants, okay? It has to deal with millions. So imagine how complicated it would be to deal with millions of customers, millions of people, where everyone may have different opinions, different expectations, different likes, different dislikes. This is very interesting organization to learn about complex structures. So B&B is a complex structure. My dear, the last topic is predicting and preventing corporate failure. Here you will be learning about the two types of business, two types of models, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative and quantitative models to predict which company is going out of business, which company is on the brink of failure, which company is showing symptoms of failure. Understand the point? So here you will be learning about the predicting and then making strategies how to prevent a failure. So guys, that is all about a brief introduction of the syllabus of APM. So you see there is not much, but there is technical learning for you. This is not bulky. But there is technical things you need to learn. All right? Okay. Here is approach to examining the syllabus. Guys, would you like break? 5 minutes or 10 minutes break? Hello? You would like break? Okay. 10 minutes enough or 5 minutes? 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
5.
5 minutes enough? Okay. Very good. Very good. Take 5 minutes break. Thank you. See you after 5 minutes. We will start with the approach to examining syllabus. Thank you. Pleasure. All right, welcome back. So, approach to examining the syllabus. If you look at the content, APM exam builds upon the skills and knowledge examined in the performance management exam at applied skill level. Candidate will be expected to demonstrate an integrated knowledge. Integrated knowledge mean connected, mean any topic can be linked with other topic. Okay, any topic. For example, budgeting. Budgeting can be linked with the information system. Budgeting can be linked with the information, especially the question 1 of the APM exam would test multiple topics in one go. Question 1 would test your 4-5 topics in one question. So you should think an integrated knowledge approach. Integrated knowledge of the subject, and an ability to relate their technical understanding of the subject to issues of strategic and operational importance to the organization. What is this? Understand technical understanding. For example, budgeting, for example, an exam question may ask you to evaluate whether a particular budgeting technique is suitable to a particular organization or not. I can give you one example. For example, BCG matrix. BCG matrix is a part of your syllabus. BCG is a part of your syllabus, okay? The matrix that you have studied before as a portfolio model, but here this is used as performance management model. You see, the same models have, their scope has changed. Their scope has changed. Guys, have you studied BCG before? Hello? BCG or Porter generic strategies. You have studied it before or not? Guys, you should respond. Everyone should respond. Not just two students. Everyone should respond. This class is all for you. Okay? Okay, Ranbir says, no, not yet. And other students have studied. Okay, good. BCG matrix, BCG model, Ranbir, is basically for portfolio analysis. Portfolio analysis means where an organization has multiple businesses. Okay, multiple businesses. So it can, like IBL group, for example, in Mauritius, IBL. So because IBL has dozens of companies, so it can plot those companies in the 4 boxes of BCG matrix to identify how every company is performing. Okay, this is the simplest short form of the BCG matrix, okay? To categorize all those dozens of companies into 4 groups in BCG matrix. Okay, now let's link budgeting with BCG matrix. Budgeting with BCG matrix. In BCG there are 4. In BCG there are 4 type of portfolio. What are they? They are question mark, they are cash cow, they are star, and they are dog. Okay, Ranbir, interesting names for you can learn of the BCG matrix 4, or you can Google it later. BCG matrix has 4 types of portfolio. Number 1, dog. Number 2, question mark. Number 3, cash cow. Number 4, star. By the way, when we will discuss this model, I will explain it briefly. Okay. Now, guys, a cash cow is a product or a business unit that is operating in a mature market, right? Rashri, You understand? A cash cow is the one that's operating in a mature market where growth opportunity is low, but the market share is high. Is it? Okay. On the other side, a star is a product or a business unit that is operating in a high growth market with a high market share. Do you think, do you think a same budgeting style would be appropriate for both? Do you think a same budgeting style would be appropriate for both? Same performance KPIs would be appropriate for both? Not at all. Not at all. If the management make mistake of using same style of budgeting and KPIs for both, the management is going to ruin. Management is going to ruin the star or the cash cow. So what is the best? Yeah, this is the APM level question. Examiner may ask you, okay, what is the suitable budgeting technique or model for star? So for star, this is the continuous budgeting or rolling budgeting. But rolling is not good for mature saturated markets, such as the one in which the cash cow is operating. So for cash cow, you may use incremental because the predictions are easy. Understand? My dear, have you got a little bit chunk of how questions are set at APM? Yes, this is the way of APM. All right, please move on. Next. Examination structure. The syllabus is assessed by a 3 hours and 15 minutes examination. Section A of the exam will always be 50-mark case study based on an organization via particular business context. In a particular business context, it will include the organization mission statement and strategic objectives, and candidates will be expected to be able to assess the methods by which the organization is controlling, managing, and measuring performance in order to achieve its objectives. Okay, I'm repeating, it will include the organization mission statement, strategic objectives, and candidates will be expected to be able to assess the method by which the organization is controlling, managing, and measuring performance in order to achieve its objectives, including an evaluation of the organizational performance report, its information systems. Yeah, you see all these topics are tested in question 1, section 1, question 1. Its information system, new strategies or projects, and its performance management and measurement systems. Candidates should understand that they will be expected to undertake calculations, draw comparisons against relevant information where appropriate, and be prepared to offer alternative recommendations as needed. Management accountants are required to look across a range of issues which will affect organizational performance, the achievement of objectives, and impact on operations, and so candidates should expect to see section A of the exam focus on range of issues from across syllabus section A, C, D. Yeah, here examiner has mentioned that which section of the syllabus would be tested in the question 1 of section A. So the question would be set from the syllabus sections A, C, and D. Section A will also include 4 professional marks, which will be awarded for the candidate's approach to the format requested for the answer. For example, a report to the board of directors. Okay, all right. Next, there will be 4 professional marks. Total marks will be 50 for this, 50 marks. Okay, 4 professional marks. Next. Okay, next one. Examination structure after section A, section B. Candidates will be required to answer a further 2 25-mark questions in section B of the exam, which will normally comprise of scenario-based questions. One of the section B question will come mainly from syllabus section E. Yes, so specifically mentioned that one question of section B will be tested from section E. Okay, section E is about performance measurement models and corporate failure. However, the other section B question can come from any other syllabus area. Section B questions will also require candidates to address a range of issues influencing performance of organizations in specific business situations. One thing I can tell you, in section A, question 1, there are certain things that can be easily predicted and that are repeatedly tested in almost every APM exam. And what is that? That is performance report evaluation. 10, 12, 15, 20 marks part can be easily predicted in every exam. And my dear, you should master, you should expert the art of performance reporting and how to evaluate or criticize, how to criticize a performance report. When we will start, I will share with you how this is tested, so you can easily win these marks. Okay. Next, studying advanced performance management. Studying advanced performance management. When studying for APM paper, it is not necessary or desirable to learn everything in your study materials parrot fashion. This is not recommended. Simply repeating what you have seen in your study manuals in an exam is never likely to satisfy the examiner requirements, and this is just a waste of time. What is important is to read the materials, understand and appreciate the issues, and think about them. The same scenario I shared with you, that you will be given the scenario of a BCG companies, Star and Cash Cow, and then examiner asks you, okay, now suggest and advise what is suitable budgeting approach for them. Now this is not the bookish knowledge, this is a purely practical knowledge. This is a purely practical knowledge. Okay, so you will need to prepare for that. You will need to work on such type of questions to prepare yourself for such scenarios. Okay, what is important is to read the materials, understand and appreciate the issue, and think about them. Next, then practice past exam questions dealing with these areas. Yes, there are past exam papers covering every topic. So then practice past exam questions dealing with these areas. This will help you to develop the skill of critical analysis that you will need both in the exam and your professional work. Okay, next, being a professional level paper, it's important to read around the subject too. There are plenty of technical articles on the ACCA website relating to APM paper. Yes, my dear, there are plenty of articles and material available, and these are essential reading. These articles have a long shelf life, so the older articles are equally as important as the articles from the past few years. Okay, all right, next. Studying is continued, studying APM is continued. As an APM paper tutor, I find that using real life examples helps my students to understand the concepts covered during the courses and makes the materials more come alive. Just take example. Just take example. How many companies I have discussed today? I think more than 10 companies we have discussed today. Their business models, how they are reacting, how they are operating. So this, do you think, now I'm asking you, when I share with you the example of Tesla, Apple, Samsung, Netflix, B&B, Uber, BP, or these type of companies, and I link with topics with them, do you think, is it helpful or not? Sorry. Do you think it is helpful to understand the concepts more clearly or not? Thank you. Rather than if I don't give you example and I just keep you teaching the topics, it would make boring unless we link the topic with a particular company situation, and you will see hundreds of cases will be discussed, hundreds, because this is what I love to discuss about the latest economic and business environment and link with the APM and my SBL papers. Okay, this is very interesting combination. Exactly, no doubt. Okay, so next point, practicing past exam questions under time condition is essential. A big part of the challenge in APM paper is being able to analyze a detailed scenario and provide relevant answers to the question asked. Unless you practice this in advance, you are at a big disadvantage in the exam hall. Many students get into the terrible habit of reading the question and then altering the answer. That's a very bad habit, and I always advise students to avoid this habit of reading the question and then go direct on the answer and start reading the answer. That is a very bad habit. That you will not learn anything. That will be just a wastage of time and putting wrong expectations. So please don't do that. Don't do that. What is the best approach is first prepare the topic, then go on the question, attempt the question, write your own answer, then match your answer with the examiner answer. Okay, then find out the gap, then find out the mistakes, then find out where you need to improve. But please don't read. And even at APM level, I have found students with this problem. They read a question, they read answer, and then they feel, okay, wow, I have done 5 questions now. That is wrong approach. That is wrong. Okay. Finally, you should also read the examiner reports. This is very important to read the examiner reports from the last sittings. These provide a useful insight into where students have done well or badly in previous exams. You can learn from their mistakes and also gives an insight into what the examiner likes or dislikes. Okay, very useful reports are. Reports give you plenty of knowledge about what you should do and what should avoid. Okay, that's all. Move on. Next. Studying advanced performance management. In APM exam paper questions, particularly section A, you will need to be able to deal with much longer scenario. The examiner is seeing if you can apply your knowledge to real life-like situations. This tests your ability to deal with a larger amount of data and identify the most important issues. Can you see the big picture when presented with a lot of details? One APM paper question may focus on several different parts of the syllabus. Already told you, now you can read it. One APM paper question, such as question 1, may well focus on several different parts of the syllabus. At this level, you cannot just view each topic as being in a separate box. You have to appreciate how they are linked. Different topics link. Such as, for example, examiner can, information system is an area that can be linked with any other topic of APM, any other topic. Okay, this is much more like real life. Yes, in real life as well, situations are unpredicted. Okay, all right, please move on. Next, skills required for APM paper. Skills required. Right attitude toward the subject from the very beginning. Right attitude. What is the right attitude? You should know that this subject is not bulky. So if you have to pass this paper, you need to develop the technical skill of application, apply. So right attitude toward the subject from the very beginning. Read the materials, think and understand it in depth, and relate to particular situations. Yes, the same way we are discussing that how the British Petroleum is shifting its business model, or how oil and gas or energy industries are shifting. So this is read material, think and understand in depth, and relate to the particular situation. Next, practice past exam questions dealing with these areas. Practice past exam questions dealing with these areas. Read around the subject. There are plenty of technical articles on the ACCA website relating to APM paper, and these are essential reading. Real life examples. Examples can be found in quality newspapers, news websites. So try to read, go to quality newspaper website, if not every day, at least once. Here I recommend students Economist magazine. Although a little bit expensive in Mauritius, it's around 260, I think. 260, I guess, in Mauritius, or maybe 10, 15, 20 rupees up or down. I strongly recommend to read it once in month. I'm not asking you to buy every week, but if you can afford, you should buy. But if don't, then at least one magazine per month, and read that magazine thoroughly. Economist magazine is the best one for improving your learning, thinking critically, reporting, vocabulary improvement, and a lot of updates you can get from that. Okay, a lot of updates you can get. Next point. Okay, practicing past exam questions under time condition is essential. Unless you practice this in advance, you are at a big disadvantage. This point we have already discussed. Last point, read examiner reports from the last sittings. This point we have already discussed. All right, so let's start the fundamental concepts with this famous phrase from Peter Drucker: what gets measured gets done. What gets measured gets done. This is a part of your syllabus as well. What gets measured gets done. Very interesting. What gets measured gets done. Mean what we measure, we can do that. What we measure, we know that. What we measure, we can control that. So this is a part of your syllabus. Examiner can ask you to explain what is this, or apply this in that particular context. Okay, so that is all about the syllabus, about examiner, about the preparing for exam and fundamental discussion. And now we are going to learning the fundamental concepts of APM. All right. Okay, ready? Okay, our starting point is strategic objectives, planning and control. Strategic objectives, planning and control. Okay, let's start with these cases I have produced for you. LVMH. LVMH. Have you heard about LVMH? The world's biggest luxury brand. LVMH. The world's biggest luxury brand, and this brand owns a lot of other brands such as Chanel, Gucci, etc., etc. This brand has target to become 100% lit up its stores with renewable energy till 2030. Okay, 100% lit up its all stores across the world with 100% sustainable energy. One more example I have produced. Guys, can you see these examples on your screen, please? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, next I have produced Starbucks. Starbucks say that till 2025, it will be around 50 or 60% of the waste. It will reduce. Okay, it's waste of, like, just imagine there are thousands of Starbucks cafes. Okay, and imagine how much waste is there in terms of the plastic, or in terms of cups, or etc., the water. So its target is a 50 to 60% waste it will reduce. Volkswagen has announced that after 2025, its all production will shift on electric. Guys, do you know about the Volkswagen diesel scandal, or Dieselgate scandal? Dieselgate? Do you know about the Volkswagen emission scandal? Emission scandal, Volkswagen emission scandal, very, very famous. I can tell you what happened. Year was 2015 or 2016. I don't remember the right exact year, for a few years back. A new model of Volkswagen was launched in US, and the model claimed that its emissions are less, means it is a very environment friendly, it emits less carbons, okay, and it's more eco-friendly. This was the claim. When American authorities tested, the federal authorities tested that model, their claim was proven true. Okay, that they found that the Volkswagen cars, even Audi is also part of Volkswagen, by the way. Audi is part of Volkswagen. Even Audis were found that these are eco-friendly at that time when the American authorities, US authorities tested. But later on, the three researchers from Virginia University, they proven that claim wrong. They tested that claim, and they found that all that was lie. Actually, the actual emission was more than the American standard of, or threshold of emission. Okay, the actual emission was higher than the American or US threshold of emission for new cars. How Volkswagen managed to get away from that? Because of the software. The software that was installed inside the engine normally shown or recorded or you can say reported less emission than the actual emission the car was emitting. As soon as the news spreaded, investigation started. Okay, and then new drama started against Volkswagen. CEO resigned. Penalties started being imposed on Volkswagen. Millions and millions of cars were recalled for fixing. And till now, the Volkswagen is paying its price. First in US and Canada, and then in European Union. Till now, I would suggest you all have right now phones. Can you please Google the total cost to Volkswagen of its diesel scandal? Can you please make a search just for your information? Total cost. I also make for this. Total cost to Volkswagen. Okay, in my news, there's a Wall Street Journal news. Wall Street Journal, one of the most authentic business newspaper in the world. It is 24 September 29 news. The claim made against the company by investors outside of the US and Canada alone, total 9.6 billion. Total 9.6. And by the way, here is another report that $33.6 billion Dieselgate cost to the Volkswagen. Have you got the same figure, guys? Reuters have the news of 17 March 2020, 31.3 billion euros. 31.3. Yes, your all figures are right. Your all figures are right. Imagine 30. Okay, if we just take 30 billion euro, what is Mauritius budget? Anyone know? What is GDP of Mauritius? GDP of Mauritius. Guys, please, I am sure you know about Mauritius GDP. What is approximate Mauritius GDP in 2020?
3.
Hello. Huh? Sorry, how much?
3%.
Mauritius GDP, you can check. Please check. Have you checked, guys? What is Mauritius GDP? Okay, 10 billion, around approximate. Yeah, 14.18 billion. Okay, 19. All right. Imagine Mauritius GDP is $14.18 billion in 2019. And the penalties, the compensation to the Volkswagen, above $30 billion, twice as of the Mauritius GDP. And the story is not ending here. You can also search on Google the graveyards of Volkswagen in US. US graveyards of Volkswagen cars, Audis, and Volkswagens. There are hundreds of thousands of cars like graveyards. Okay, these are the cars that were recalled from the customers, and customers did not accept. They just accepted the compensation. Imagine what would be the impact. Now let's talk in the terms of performance. In terms of performance. Now please also Google the impact on the share price of the Volkswagen or the share price change. Because all this performance related, I want you to make your own search. Okay? Share price, Volkswagen, share price. Share price changes. This is also ethics as well. Here, the matter of ethics, when we will discuss ethics, we will definitely discuss Volkswagen case again. Okay? Share price or share price movement. You can check of the last 10 years. Please check last 10 years or 5 years. Check 5 years. So you see, when the Dieselgate scandal happened, what was the biggest fall in its share price? Can you please look at the trend of the share price of the Volkswagen, guys? Of the last 5 years. Before scandal, it was around 200, right? Hello? It was around 200 euro. And when the scandal hit the company, then where it fell down? Around 100. Around 100. So who lost all this? This is our discussion in the context of advanced performance management. Who were the losers? Situation when the share price fell almost 50%. Who were the losers? Exactly. Rajshri. Chen Mary, thank you. Roshrina, thank you. Exactly. The losers were the shareholders. So don't you think that the ethics, the corporate governance, and all these topics can be linked here? Okay? This is the performance disaster. This is the performance disaster, my dear. Okay? That how one cheating led to billion-dollar cost to the company. And now Volkswagen is preparing to be the 100% electric in the next few years. Anyway. Okay, so I hope that this case study, I have spent a few minutes on this Volkswagen to update you, to let you know, to help you to think broad, to think big, to think in the bigger picture of that how a mistake by the CEO or the board of directors would lead to disasters. Understand? Okay, all right. Thank you very much for your comments and for your participation. Okay, so this is about the strategic objectives and planning and control. Let's have a quick look at the topics. Strategic or corporate objectives aim at future performance, future performance, like the mention here, LVMH or Starbucks or Volkswagen. So future performance designed for the business as a whole and focus on the desired performance and results that the business intends to achieve. One of the key challenges that organizations face is linking their long-term strategy to their day-to-day operations, For example, a strategic plan might set revenue growth targets for an organization over the next 5 years, but the operational plan will need to consider what practical steps will be taken to generate these revenue increases. Here I can give you an example of BMW. I still remember the BMW plan to 2008. Its planning for 2020 was that 25% of BMW output will be electric. Okay, I am not updated now, but I know their 6 years previous plan. BMW makes six years plans, guys. In 2008, it made first 6 years plan till 2040, and in 2014, BMW divided plan was to become the world's fourth largest automaker. What? Fourth largest automaker, and open new factories in China and some other emerging markets, and 25% of the output will be the electric. So let's see whether BM will achieve these targets or not. So these are long-term. BM 6 years plan. Okay, next point. Strategic controls. Here we are talking about strategic controls. So BMW case we can keep in mind. Strategic controls are long-term controls or long-term performance. So if BMW find that it is not going to touch its 6 years targets, it can take corrective measures. In order, it can initiate the strategic controls, okay, in order to achieve its strategic objectives. So keep in mind that strategic controls are linked to strategic objectives or long-term objectives of the organization. Strategic level control means asking the question, is the organization on target to meet its long-term objective? You can write here long-term objectives, and is control action needed to improve performance. So same example of BMW, okay? Strategic control measures might require complicated trade-offs between current financial performance and long-term competitive position. Yes, what is this? Very interesting point you are going to learn here. Trade-offs. Trade-off means if an organization has to achieve the 6 years plan, it needs to make some compromises over its short-term gains. How? How it would be happen? One idea. For example, BMW has a plan to open new factories to become the fourth largest automaker in the world. So it needs cash. It needs cash. So what it can do? It can reduce dividends. It can reduce dividends, or it can, for 2-3 years, it can stop dividends and divert all the cash towards building new factories. Guys, have you understood this trade-off between short-term and long-term? My dear, have you understood? Okay, well, thank you. All right, very good. Please move on. Okay, now next is the interesting point. Many firms measure wrong things and often fail to measure right things. This is another very interesting quote in the context of performance management, that it is true, many firms measure wrong things and often fail to measure the right things. That is true. So what they measure wrong? Just imagine if all focus is on financial performance. Just imagine the financial performance will lead the organization to short-term performance. Financial focus is short-term focus. So in other words, if only measuring financial performance and not measuring other non-financial, such as the employees' customer happiness or research and development, marketing, branding, all these are indicators of long-term. So if these are not measured, then the organization is compromising its compromising its short over long-term. So this is the point here. Many firms measure wrong things and often fail to measure right things. Understand? Okay, please move on. Next point. Next area, linking strategic objectives and operational objectives. Now you need to understand both. Strategic objectives and operational objectives, very simple thing. Strategic objectives are long-term objectives. Like I gave you example of BMW or LVMH or the Starbucks. They have long-term targets that they are going to reduce emission, they are going to reduce waste, they are going to become the 100% renewable and sustainable energy lit up stores, and etc. All these are strategic objectives. Now, in order to achieve these strategic objectives, you need to ensure that the operations are linked. Operations are linked, or operational objectives are linked with the strategic objectives. This is called goal congruence. What is this called? Hello, my dear. A term is used called goal congruence. Goal congruence. Okay, but if the strategic objectives are not linked with the operational one, so then forget about achieving strategic objectives. Okay. So this is called the behavior, dysfunctional behavior. Dysfunctional behavior. All these terms you will understand in the later stages. Anyway, have a quick look. The achievement of long-term goals will require strategic planning, which is linked to short-term operational planning. When strategies are not linked, the operations, the following problems generally arise. So what problems will arise? Unrealizable plans. Unrealizable plans mean plans will not be realized. Of course, there will be gap. There will be gap in the plans. Okay, so plans will not be realized. Next, inconsistent goals and targets. So when strategic objectives not align with operational one, the goals will remain inconsistent. Okay. Next, poor communication. Very critical. There will be poor communication between top and bottom of the organization. Okay, between top and bottom of the organization. Next, an inadequate performance measurement, because the same point that wrong measures, there will be wrong measures. So there will be wrong measures, then you forget about achieving corporate objectives. Okay, next discussion. Strategic management accounting. So guys, now you are going to learn about what is strategic management accounting. What is strategic management accounting? You might have heard about simple management accounting, but here you are going to learn about strategic management accounting. All right, so have a look at the definition. Strategic management accounting is the form of management accounting in which emphasis is placed on factors external to the firm. Factors external to the firm. What are those external to the firm factors? Such as the pastel factors or 5 forces factors. Okay, like customers, competitors, markets, industry, political forces, economy, social, technological, all these are external to the firm, as well as non-financial and internally generated information. So this is the definition of strategic management accounting by CIMA. Okay. All right. So it would help the management of the organization in finding answers to the critical questions regarding competitive pressure, customers, nature of competition, markets, who are our competitors, how strong they are, what factors make them stronger. So strategic management accounting basically help the organization to identify all these areas. Here I have given an example here that competitive landscape has changed and the new players have emerged, such as Amazon. How Amazon is keep disrupting existing industries or traditional industries. How Amazon is disrupting the traditional industries. Understand? Imagine, it started with selling books. Jeff Bezos, the owner, the CEO of Amazon, started in 1995 selling books online. And imagine now, Where is Amazon now? The $1 trillion company, can you imagine? Okay. All this is happening in this 21st century. So business model innovation is critical in this 21st century. And not only innovation, but constantly reinvent your business model. Guys, oh yeah, I got the idea. There is a Harvard Business Review magazine, you know, Harvard Business Review, HBR. There is an article named Reinvent Your Business Model. Yes. If possible, please, this is available online free of cost, it's available. I strongly recommend you for as a part of this week reading for you reading. This week reading, strongly read it, means I would suggest you to read this one. Okay, reinvent your business model. All right. So the third point is the aim of strategic management accounting is to provide information that is relevant to the process of strategic planning and control. So what is strategic planning? Strategic planning is about the long-term future planning of the organization. This planning is initiated to achieve long-term goals and long-term objectives of the organization. Same examples we have just shared, we can link these topics with those examples, okay? All right, please move on. Here is the strategic management accounting and its focus. So I will not go in details, just I will look at the headings. So strategic management accounting basically would help an organization to focus on external orientation. External orientation means think outside the box, think outside the organization. Okay, look at what is landscape changing, okay? Next. Next, help in achieving competitive advantage. Help in achieving competitive advantage. Indeed, strategic management accounting can help to achieve competitive advantage. Now, guess how it can be done. I am leaving it for you. 1 minute question, 1 minute answer. Okay, please, guys. How strategic management accounting would help in achieving competitive advantage? You can write any answer. I would welcome any of your answers, please. Guys, you need to push your knowledge boundaries. You are APM student. So think bigger, think broader. Think bigger, think broader. No idea? Help in achieving competitive advantage. It can collect competitors' data, know about their strategies, know about their plans, know about their latest developments, what they're thinking, what they're doing. And then you launch more advanced products, services, go more close to customers, make better use of technology. So achieve competitive advantage. Okay. Next, determine customers. Determine customers. Yes. Strategic management accounting also help to determine what customers like, what customers dislike, what they behave. Why are they purchasing our products? Why are they purchasing our products? Now I have a very interesting example for you. You in breakfast, you take butter. I know in Mauritius, Butter is a big industry, butter market. Which brand you use? I have this question to home. Okay, this question to Yashika. Hello, Yashika. Which butter brand you consume?
Hi.
Which
I
one?
think Flora.
Flora.
Yeah.
Okay, because it is locally made.
I didn't know that.
And because it contains omega-3. Okay, let me ask same question to Shahana. Hello, Shahana. Which butter brand you consume?
Sometimes Flora, sometimes Blue and Gold. It depends on on the price usually.
Okay, all right. So basically, the purpose of the butter mention example is to let you know how strategic management accounting can help. The brand management must know why are you consuming Flora. They must know why are you purchasing Flora. And if they get to know about that, they can develop more advanced products on the basis of this data. You understand the point? They can make their Flora products more enriching, more interesting, more, you can say, tasty. You understand the point? This is the role of the strategic management accounting. Next, future orientation. Future orientation. Yes, strategic management accounting also help, the management to look into the future. To predict about the future, to find out what is coming in the future, what trends will shape in the future, what risks and threats and opportunities are coming in the future. Okay, next, goal congruence. Strategic management accounting also helps to ensure whether the strategic and operational levels are aligned with each other or not. What I'm using word, the same topic we have discussed previously. This is the role of the strategic management accounting to ensure whether corporate objectives and operational objectives are aligned with each other. This is called goal congruence. Okay, all right. So this is about the strategic management accounting. Next, trade-offs or conflict between strategic and long-term. Okay, strategic and short term. Sorry, strategic long term versus short term. So have a look at the headings only. Headings. Decisions which involve sacrifice of long term objectives include the following. For example, we are learning now that how when some managers they prefer short term performance over long term performance. They compromise long term over short term. Okay, what they do, postponing or abandoning capital expenditure projects. So imagine if this happens, what would happen? If they don't make capital expenditures, existing plant, machinery, and these kind of stuff will become soon outdated, right? Outdated, and this may not meet the needs of the future customers. Next, cutting research and development. Some managers think that research and development is just a burden, but they don't know the real value research and development would add to the organizational future products. Okay. Reducing quality control. Just imagine, by reducing quality control, what would happen? The same Volkswagen, or the British Petroleum, BP. BP also got big problem in 2011 in the Gulf of Mexico. That was the offshore oil explosion. Okay, you can watch videos and some read about that. Just to save few million pounds, the BP managers make wrong decision just to save few million pounds, and that cost to the company above 40-30 billion dollars. If I'm not mistaken, I think 60 billion dollars have crossed the penalties and compensations and lot of other issues. Reducing level of customer service, cutting training cost or recruitment, relationship between short and long. So these are the different conflicts and trade-offs. So you see these will be very serious. Okay, move on. This is performance hierarchy. This is simple. We will start now. I think this topic will start next class because this will take some time. So this topic will be started in next class. So guys, thank you very much. The session time is about to end. Thank you very much for joining. I really enjoyed this session and I hope you enjoyed too. Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you very much for choosing APM. Then thank you very much for joining my session, my class. Okay, indeed, this subject is greatest, is best. You may say that just I am admiring this subject because I teach, but no, this is reality. Okay, you will see this subject, how close this subject with life. Okay, all right, thank you very much. These slides and notes will be sent to you if you have already enrolled this week. Okay, you would like these slides? Would you like these slides or only notes? Okay, all right. So notes and slides will be sent to you if you have already enrolled. And for any enrollment point, please contact at the Hamzah Academy WhatsApp number. Guys, you already have the WhatsApp number of Hamzah Academy? I hope everyone has already the WhatsApp number of Hamzah Academy. Okay, for emails, you can contact me via email. I am writing here my email. Okay, so this is my email address. We will have a WhatsApp group, hopefully this week. Okay, and then we will communicate our all information, updates, questions, answers, notes, articles, news, all these will be shared via our WhatsApp group. All right, so you can take note of my email address. And any question? Any question, please? Any question? If you have, you can write down or you can speak the question, please. Or if you would like to talk to me later, you can contact me on Messenger, okay, on WhatsApp, sorry, Facebook. You can contact me for any advice, for any suggestion, for any question related to the enrollment or any field related, please. You will send message at the Hamzah Academy WhatsApp number. Okay. So guys, I think that's all. You will have notes, you will have question practice kit, okay, and lot of other stuff as well, these kind of nuggets as well, the study nuggets, short notes, to the point notes alongside the detailed notes, okay, and many more things. Videos will be available for you, you know about this? Videos will be available for you anytime. All the videos you can watch as many times as you would like, okay, unlimited video access you will have, okay. Any point, if you have any questions you have, please don't feel free to ask. There's a Shana question, when will syllabus end? Okay, syllabus will end 7th November. Hello everyone. Hello Shahana.
Yes.
7th November, Saturday, 7th November, the syllabus will end. Saturday, 7th November. And then the crash courses will start after following.
Okay.
All right, guys, any question, please? No question? Okay, no problem. You can write question and just write it to me. I always appreciate questions. Okay, thank you very much. Now it's time to close the session with a lot of good wishes, a lot of prayers for you, for your families, and for the beautiful Mauritius. Understand? And have a very beautiful Saturday. Thank you very much for joining my course. More information. Very much. See you next Saturday.